Okay, so this video has been going viral all over the internet, absolutely breaking the internet, where you have a conversation that was zoned in on that seemed really heated and tense between former president, I call him the divider in chief, Barack Obama, and the vegetable, Tombstone Biden. They were at Ethel Kennedy's funeral. You might see off camera former President Slick Willie, Bill Clinton, and pushing up daisies, Pelosi, right next to her. But so this shot, this footage zoned in on Obama and Biden because they seem to be having a real, you can see by the body language. Well, let's just watch the video. And then the kind of crux of this video is that the New York Post hired a professional lip reader and actually exposed a couple of the things that was said. But first, let's just watch this original video all the way through and tell me what your initial comments are, your initial thoughts. Even if you've seen it before, I'm going to tell you my initial thoughts, and then we can talk about it together. Let's check this out. There's pushing up daisies, Pelosi. Now, I want to get your initial thoughts on this. What are your initial thoughts of this video? I felt that it looked like Biden was really listening intently, or it seemed a lot much more grave expression on Biden's face. Obama had his arms folded, and it almost seemed like at one point scolding Biden. Of course, the Democratic side and the hypocrites all deny this, but it does seem like it's not a very friendly, amicable exchange. It seems like they're talking about something really, really intense. But here, just check this out, because and I'm going to kind of play this with the volume, with the music off. And then I want to kind of just walk through and just comment on this. So, arms are crossed. It seems like he says no right there. Biden looking intently at his lips. I'm no body language expert, but I know how to read people. I've taught speech. I've taught communications for decades. He's saying something there. And then Biden okay, so right there, before he touches his arm, I want you to see what Biden does. So he's looking intently at Obama's lips. And then watch what happens when Obama gives him some kind of an answer. Look, he's like, yeah, okay, I get it. But wait a minute. And he grabs his arm, and almost looks like, if you look at Obama's face, and, Obama's a savvy, slick, he puts even, I think, Bill Clinton to shame when it comes to the slick, snake oil, divider-in-chief politician act. He's really, really good at weaving, maneuvering, and presenting someone who, is sincere or doesn't give away too much. You could almost sense that when Biden grabbed his arm right there, Obama kind of got pissed off, like, whoa, dude, just relax. And then he leans in and says, it's almost like he leans in and says, this isn't the right time, Joe. This isn't the right place. Watch. It seems like Biden is pleading. I don't know. You can really get a sense from this video, where the rankings lie, where is the pecking order? The pecking order, it almost seems like, the puppet is reaching out to the puppet master, or the minion is trying to plead with the boss. I almost feel like, and I know I'm just reaching here, but I almost feel like it just has this vibe, this energy, this dynamic that Biden is literally just, pleading with the boss. Give me another chance, Chief. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, now, the New York Post hired a professional lip reader, and what the professional lip reader says is that President Biden griped to former President Barack Obama that, quote, she is not as strong as me. with Obama agreeing that's true. What a stunning revelation deciphered by this professional lip reader. She's not as strong as me, said Biden, 81, according to the translation, which was produced by analyzing the on-video lip movements during the discussion. The apparent candid assessment of Vice President cackling phony Kamala. I know, that's true, President Obama said, adding, quote, we have time. Then the lip reader said that Biden said, quote, yeah, we'll get it in time. Remember, Biden was ousted by the cabal, by Obama, by Clooney, by the mega donor Holly weirdos, and all the Soros-backed people, and essentially the entire consortium. I've said this many, many times. I definitely with every fiber of my being, let me know what you think in the comments. I definitely think Biden did not go quietly. I definitely think Biden did not go voluntarily. I definitely think Biden, especially Dr. Jilskis, fought tooth, nail, and claw to try to stay in this race. And he didn't mean a word of it when he said that I'm going to be Kamala's most vocal volunteer. His, kind of pitiful speech that he gave at the Democratic National Convention. I truly believe Biden hates Harris. I think Biden hates Obama. He hates Pelosi. I think he hates Chuck Schumer. He hates the betrayal, and I can't blame him. And I honestly believe with every fiber of my being, he's going to vote for Trump, not Harris. Moments earlier, the lip reader said that Obama said, quote, it's important that we have some time together. The New York Post thinks this is a possible reference to Biden campaigning alongside Harris. A perfect segue. The dialogue was translated for the Post by Jeremy Freeman, a London-based forensic lip reader who was born deaf and for 16 years has served as a University College London certified expert witness for litigants, the police, and journalists. Freeman described the conversation as, quote, very supportive and said he detected no tension between Obama and Biden. Source close to Obama didn't deny the translation, but said, quote, only President Obama and President Biden know what they discussed yesterday. Any assertion otherwise is ridiculous. So, of course, that side's going to deny everything. Okay, we're going to watch this new video now after kind of understanding what the lip reader said, and then let's see if we can pick up on this. Check this out. It's really interesting to me. I can't wait to read your comments on this, but understanding power dynamics and just being somebody who used to work for the universities, I worked in the public sector, and of course I've had many bosses in my day, not anymore, thank God. But I remember what it was like. You kind of felt like, just the way that their body language, the way that they're talking, the way Biden's expressions and the demeanor, mannerisms, and gestures of Obama, it just seemed like Biden was talking to his boss, and his boss was telling him what it is and what's going to happen and what it's going to be. And he kind of sort of reluctantly is agreeing, but also you just feel this sort of almost like a lost puppy dog begging with its owner. Like, I want to go outside. I want to go outside. Can you please take me outside or give me a treat? It just seems there's a hint of desperation legible in Biden's entire kind of mannerism. I don't know. I could be wrong. But it just feels that way. But I'd love to get your thoughts on this. And what do you think of the professional lip reader and what he said. Remember, Biden, right after that debate, when there was the most heated talk about him dropping out of the race, he didn't actually drop out of the race until a little bit later, and he posted that very cryptic, nebulous letter on X of all places before he announced it to anybody, before he announced it to the world, maybe even almost like an FU to Obama and Harris. I don't know. There's no doubt that there seems to be some dissension amongst the party in the ranks. But, Biden was touting like, I got 14 million votes. I got the primary. I got the delegates, which he did. He's absolutely right. This creature, Kamala, didn't get one single vote, didn't get one single primary. For one, and I think he's done an awful job as president. I think he's definitely engaged in criminal activities with his son and the Ukrainians, et cetera, et cetera. But I actually felt sorry for him. I got to be honest. I felt sorry when they threw him to the curb like yesterday's turkey sandwich after giving 50 plus years of service, to the government, even though he's been a train wreck. I almost, just a tiny bit, and only for a second, because he's absolutely abominable. I have to admit, I felt sorry for him because what they did to him, you wouldn't see that happen to somebody who worked, at a corporation for 30 years. You wouldn't see the kind of treatment like that. And I've seen bad treatment at corporations. So, he has every right to be upset. And there's little to no doubt, even though I keep saying to all of us, let's forget about it. Don't think about it. I don't want to pay attention to it. But there is zero doubt that the polls are reflecting, especially after that absolute train wreck on Brett Baer's Fox News interview. Holy mackerel. I did a whole video on that. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Kamala's plummeting. I mean, Kamala, like an absolute, meteoric decline into the dirt. Again, I don't want to, because complacency is death, I don't want to focus on anything having to do with polls. We need to vote like we've never voted before. We need to drag everybody we know to the ballot box, your neighbors, your cousins, sisters, boyfriends, dogs, cousins, teacher, whatever. We got to drag everybody and vote as early as possible. Do mail-in voting like yesterday. I already voted. My wife already voted. We already put in our ballots here in California. Please, God, turn California red. But vote as early as possible. But I can't wait to get your comments because this is just getting spicy and juicy. There is some speculation that Biden said something like, especially when Obama says there's time and it's important that we find some time to talk. There's some speculation that Biden, when he grabbed Obama's arm, he said, hey man, is it like, I can still do this. Let me back in, chief. Let me back in, coach. And maybe that was that moment where Obama kind of scoffed and said, no, it's not happening. But things could get really juicy. I mean, if Kamala's numbers keep plummeting like this, this is like a la 2020 when she was in last place, didn't get a single delegate, a single vote, dropped out of the 2020 presidential race, even before Iowa, which is really unheard of. We're starting to see why nobody likes her. We're starting to see why she doesn't do interviews, especially after what happened yesterday. Who knows? I wouldn't put it past these ruthless hypocrites if they decided to bring back Big Mike or put a Biden back in there. I don't know. I know it's too late, but you can't put anything past these ruthless hypocrites. Let me know what you think in the comments. I can't wait to read your comments. Let me know down below. Tap the thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not for me. Tapping the thumbs up helps us get our video out to more people. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, especially if this one, if you haven't seen it yet. Subscribe and follow by tapping my face right there. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.